everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Seattle Mariners. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shopping. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Yeah, this might be the game to actually decide the series, Boo. When it's 5 games, getting a 2-0 lead is a dominant position to be in, and I don't see this series getting to a 5th game if we have a repeat of Game 1's outcome in this one.
Yeah, the Crows start circling for a team that falls into a 2-game deficit, not where you want to be. First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. And today on the hill, George Kirby.
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to, misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Flips the corner, so we're underway here in game 2. The pitch. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Sizing this one up. Makes the catch for the out. Here's the Guardians lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Next offering is down low. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early,
fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got himself a triple. Here's Jose Ramirez. Strike one. One away with a runner at third here in game 2. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Ball one there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The pitch. Hard on the ground to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield bag, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Here's Josh Naylor, and Cleveland on top 1-0. Right through there for a strike. And he deals. Swinging a foul straight back. The wind to the pitch. And there's a ball. In the dirt, and it's 2-2. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across, and we're here in game 2 of the ALDS. Next pitch is outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. David Fry next to bat for Cleveland. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Back, gone. A gigantic blast. And they add on. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Base is empty with 2 away. David Fry digs in for the Guardians. Left field, Arozarena after it. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that is that. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 of them left the yard. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Guardians 2 and the Mariners nothing. Back at T-Mobile Park. And pitching in this game, Joey Cantillo.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. Still, when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket, as a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Victor Robles leading things off. It takes a strike.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And the pitch. Got it. 1 gone here.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
Here's Josh Rojas. And the
1-0.
first pitch misses in the dirt. One out, bases empty. In the air, left field. And that'll fall for a base hit.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Naylor drifts towards it, reaches over the wall, and he's got it! Now Scott Service lined up for the Seattle Mariners. Now with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
You have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Rojas leads off first with 2 down to the inning. The 0-2 just missed.
It's a good take.
The pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another. Upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Two outs. Hit in the air, right field. Thomas makes the grab, and that is the third out of the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. We'll head to inning number 2 at T-Mobile Park. It's the Guardians 2 and the Mariners nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And here is Will Brennan. Kirby back to work. Just missed. Kirby, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a slider, a curve, and occasionally works in a splitter. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit, so he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Rosarena makes the catch, and there's one away.
The right fielder, number 8. Lane.
Here's Lane Thomas. That one finds the zone. Going 1. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a...
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. And they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
One out, base is empty. And now, Brian Rocchio. That's in there. That's strike one. The shortstop takes the ball. One run across in the frame so far here at the top of the second. In the air to left center. And it falls. One down. Bo Naylor at the plate now. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Man at first, one away. That one's in there. And the count 1-1. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. A massive home run. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. It's 5-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Andres Jimenez. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Fastball for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. High in the air, out to right. Has this one sized up, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip.
This guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Hit in the air, left field. Tracks it down for the out. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. Back in Seattle, bottom of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford.
As the lefty gets to work. Up the middle. The throw to first.
Yeah, you're out.
1 up, 1 down.
Batting fifth. The first baseman.
So now Turner into that right side. Turner, a guy with great bat-to-ball skill. And that one is lifted in the air. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there are two down.
Batting seven. The second baseman.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. That misses, and that is ball one. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's downstairs and outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Popped up. Jimenez makes the grab, and that'll do it. And 1, 2, 3 go to Mariners. It's 5-0. And we're back on to the third inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. The pitch. And he pumps it a strike.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
And the righty deals. Oh, that one's behind him. That's inside.
2-2.
Set down on strikes. Throws it with the heater at the knees.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Naylor stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Naylor batting in the cleanup spot, a former first-round pick back in 2015. That's a laser base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
David Fry digs in for the Guardians. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1-1.
Naylor at first, 1 gone. In the air, right field. Base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel.
The left-hander on now, Taylor Saucedo.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Here's the left fielder, Will Brennan. And it's fouled away. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one fouled off. Kicks and deals.
Ball,
Good eye
no.
right there. Activity in the
One
bullpen.
ball, two
JT
strikes.
Jaguar getting loose out there.
Ball.
And that's outside. Runners at first and second with one gone. Ground ball right side, could be two. To Crawford for one. Back to first for two, and that'll do it. So it's no runs on 2 base hits. No errors, and 1 left on base. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Guardians 5 and the Mariners nothing. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's Randy Arozarena. And a pitch.
No.
Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
And a pitch. That one's in there, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And here it comes. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Next to hit, Ryan Bliss. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. The pitch. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
1-2.
And that skips in the dirt. The Guardians leading by 5 here in the last half of the third. That one out to right. And there's 2 down.
The right fielder, number 10.
Here's Victor Robles. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
1-0.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. And the 1-0.
Hike. 1-1.
Two down, nobody on. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Here comes a pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Kicks and fires. That one not close. And the count's even at 2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
This one in the air, right field. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. And that's a double. Throw is high and over his head. So 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Josh Rojas. And he's already singled in this game.
That's
Pitch
the ball.
misses there, and it's 1-0. Steps off and bluffs a throw at second. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. On the ground, right side. Oh, great stop. Nicely done for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle. Diving stop completes the play, and that ends the inning.
We're in the second game of this division series. And the batter now, Lane Thomas.